Alright, everyone. Welcome. Red's joining me here as co-host.
Hello.
Never give up.
Channeling their gremlin energy over my shoulder.
'Tis I, Pretty Pink Pansy. I have somehow wrangled Author Blues into playing this game.
Determined to go forward.
Welcome,
Which
everybody.
he planned to play this. I just kind of bullied him into letting me backseat.
Glitch Cat, White Panther, Jeff, and Lyrical Oracle, thank you so much for the resubs. Yeah, I wanted to play this for a while.
Determined to go forward.
But I could never compel myself to play a visual novel.
It should be a little easier with one person to like help read out all the many voice lines.
Yeah, so, I should add... Oh, I never took... Oh, no, that's not what that text used to say. That text used to say... Oops, all content warnings. I know I'm covered by the game. It's okay. I moved myself over so that there was room for Red, who is that way, joining me.
Hello.
So, yeah, I've never played this before. I'm, at least as far as I know, shockingly unspoiled, unless literally the only thing there is to know about this game is, ooh, there's a twist.
And if any one of you spoils it for him, I will fucking murder you. I will come to your house and I will set your eyebrows on fire while you're sleeping.
Yeah, and Hubris will watch.
Yeah, she'll watch. And I'll take a very cute photo of her by your flaming eyebrows and post it to Twitter. And all my followers will be like, damn, what a loser.
Yeah, free eyebrow removal. Alright, so we're gonna hop in. I imagine Red and I will find a way to split up all of the reading since this is going to be an ordeal.
I won't spoil, but what if I want my eyebrows to be set on fire anyway? That can be arranged. DM me.
What is it about every single time you say, like, if you spoil something, I will mail you bees, and someone's like, joke's on you, I love bees. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Okay,
joke's
first
on you,
off, I
I'm into
do
that
love
shit.
bees, but, like, also,
So there
enter
is
my
an
name.
There's an exclamation point CW in the title if anyone needs content warnings. I will respectfully ask you to not discuss the content of the content warnings in the chat. Senpai. you should do off for full immersion.
What if I spell it with a capital A?
Oh god, cursed.
No, I couldn't.
That'll give you like a layer of separation.
I
from
couldn't
your
look at it the whole
visual.
time, I'm sorry. I couldn't look at it for that long.
It is pretty disgusting.
I know. Alright. Well, it's time to jump in. We're playing the free version. This is not the plus version.
Yeah, you don't really need the plus version if you're just gonna play the main story.
Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of a crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
Do you want me to take over for Sayori?
I don't know.
I don't know how to divvy these up, but like, fuck it. She's gonna be talking a lot, so you may as well let me take this one.
Okay.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean off.
Well, people stare at you for acting weird. I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with the other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Off, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
Aw, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Wow, this Off guy sounds like a fucking loser.
I hate him.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know?
Aww.
And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
God. Imagine being a NEET.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Never. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me so much does make me... Seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Is the whole game just like the 4 girls and the main character? Is that like all the characters you ever engage with? Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna be reading for a ton of girls.
Well, I can take over all the girls if you want, but I'm gonna have to get real inventive with voices.
Thanks for gifting that sub to Author Blue Senpai. Except for you spelled it with an M.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not here to judge. You live your life, right?
I mean, they did just give you 250.
I know. Hey, right? Like, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, but it is spelled very wrong.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
Wow, Off, you're such a loser. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting in here and spacing out, so I came in.
Alone on a Friday night?
Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
What a
that
loser.
Wasn't even me that time.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Determined to go forward.
Samurai Hitman, thank you for the resub. Agent Zero, an implied Kappa. I don't know who Anime Loving Loser is, but they're gonna be really... No, actually, you know what? They picked that username. That's on them.
At least they're true to themselves.
That's true. They know what they're about. Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Aww, meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the proposed club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yeah, let's go! Yeah, hey, can we talk about Dante's Inferno?
Damn, that's my club! There's a reason why she's vice president. It's because I'm the president. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member's here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, you're into this. Okay, alright, we're in.
I'm really into this.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine. No, own it, please.
Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. That's too much of a voice. I need to tone that down. What a nice surprise.
Wait, is she not the same one?
No, she's different. That's
Okay.
girl 3.
Okay, sorry. Anime girls, it's... Yeah. They all have the same purple hair. That's just normal girl 3. You didn't think they'd give her a real name, do you?
No, she stays like that for the rest of the game.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
It is, isn't it? I don't know what voice to do for her. Do you want to take her voice? I mean, I guess it's kind of the opposite of your typecast.
What are you looking at? Oh man, I'm not feeling it.
Okay, yeah, I gotta do something about that one.
I can take girl 1. You've given her such a sort of deeply solemn voice.
That's true. You would be good with girl 1.
All right.
Okay, what are you looking at?
Oh, that's way better. The zones.
If you want to say something, say it.
Oh my god, she's about to throw hands. Sorry. Natsuki.
Determined to go forward.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Oh, I can see her hair is much shorter. Now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Okay, so that's purple hair?
Yes, purple
Okay.
hair is Yuri.
To go forward.
Implied Kappa, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Generic Anime Girl, and Kate Lipsy and Carrie, thank you for gifting a sub to Normal Girl 10. Totally regular girl.
Very normal girls.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! I need like a different
Never
voice
give
for
up.
her to like distinguish her and Monica. I've got like the same register, like, that's right! So I'll do like a more airy voice, I guess.
Okay.
It's great to see you again, Off.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year.
I can't believe you would confuse these two. Like, look at their eye color. It's
I
completely
know,
different.
totally different humans. Definitely average human beings. Heretic Soul, thank you so much for the resub. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me seems so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica?
Come sit down, Off. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey! I made them! I'll get them!
Oh, I love because we are now channeling that gremlin energy.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
we needed. Okay, I'm loving this.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a white tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm living for this.
I might be going a little hard on it.
No, I'm living for it.
Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one! I didn't even know I had this voice within myself.
We're full on Toad now, and I'm sorry, this is the best thing ever. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow.
Yeah.
Teen Girl Squad!
Teen Girl Squad!
The anime girl!
I miss video games!
Determined to go forward.
CT, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it.
Time for adventure! It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. And poison. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thinking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, Tommy.
It would have been so much better if I'd named myself Senpai. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this... Oh, sorry. As soon as she appeared, I flipped the switch. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori.
They mentioned Dante's Inferno, and I was just really just... I was in love at the first sight.
Your pet cat, thanks so much for the resub. Yeah, as soon as you said Dante's Inferno, I was already here.
I'm sorry, I keep saying it Dante's, and it's probably driving you insane.
No, you're fine. It's an old Italian guy. He doesn't care how you pronounce his name. He's dead.
That's true.
Well,
I bet he would have loved Doki Doki Literature Club.
I bet he would have been really into this. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed really happy here, so...
People always talk about, what happened if you, go back in time and, show a cell phone or something to somebody. What if you just showed a copy of Doki Doki Literature Club?
I think
That's
it would.
okay.
I think it would break Dante's brain. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun and exciting for everyone.
I'm the president now. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decide to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, the publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best.
Yeah, know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. And Toad's
Especially
here
that
too! And Toad's here too! Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So off, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, don't get me started. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking.
The manga adaptation of Dante's Inferno.
It's very good. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity... What?
Sorry, I just wanted to comment on something in chat. Dan Salvato, who did this game, is indeed the creator of Franker Faces.
Mm-hmm.
He also did, what was that one famous, like, Super Mario Maker level called, like, Lethal Injection or something?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
Well,
Yeah, it's that one.
That cock and ball torture level. He made that.
He also was a speedrunner. He speedran Yoshi's Story. That's how I know him, at least.
Oh, Lethal Ejection. And P is for pain.
Gotcha. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
I don't mean to keep interrupting.
No,
I wanted
good.
to apologize for interrupting, and then I interrupted you again.
No, you're good. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror!
we've pivoted hard from Toad to Teen Girl Squad, and it just keeps getting better. It's just better every time.
I don't even know where I'm going with this voice.
It's okay. I just want to be along for the ride. Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That vocal fry is gonna kill you by the end of the night.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea?
Just the line "what" by itself. What?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That was an excellent line reading.
Thank you. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Oth?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back at the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Aw.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came here with the cupcakes, I would be super pissed! Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club!
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Off, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Off, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
By the end of the week, Oth will ensure each girl knows everything about Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, the poem is just read Dante's Inferno. Read Dante's Inferno. I have a podcast.
My first poem, midway through the journey of our life, I found myself in a dark wood of error.
Yes, yeah, it's just the first fucking page.
I'm just gonna type out the first canto of Dante's Inferno. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri,
and of course, Monica.
Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Get ready!
Yes.
It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Ugh. Boop. Headphones, rain. What are these words?
Just pick words that you think your favorite girl will like. Who's your favorite girl, Off?
I don't know.
You like me best?
Time for adventure!
I don't see diaper adventure anywhere.
If you just told me you were gonna go with the Toad voice, I would have been happy to take over Natsuki for you.
No, it's better this way. I was trying to do like a spunky kind of like aggressive voice, but it just morphed into Toad.
Inferno! Sorry, it didn't matter what the other words were. Time. It's gotta be time. Heaven sent. Eternity. Judgment. Okay, this is Dante's Inferno. I'm writing it.
Oh my god.
Sunset, that works. Journey, easy? This is too easy. They're making it too easy on me. Oh no, they made it hard.
Sticky? I think Sticky was in Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, they're all in the muck.
That famous chapter, that's like the sticky circle of hell.
You're right. I know you're making a joke, but there really are sticky circles of hell.
Oh my god.
There's like one where they're in the muck and there's mold and they describe the walls as like, you know, you stick to it and like it clings to your skin. Come on.
Sensory hell inferno.
I know, it's terrible. Or awesome?
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, okay.
Suicide, that was in it.
I mean, there were the suicides. My first poem is not gonna have suicide in it. Heart pounding, okay.
This motherfucker knows what Doki Doki means. Holy shit.
Misfortune. Philosophy. Unending torment. Lollipop is not in Dante. Fear. That's a good one. Graveyard.
You can also see on the left who likes your word when you press it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, try it.
Oh, I love that. Shame. Oh, really? You? How the fuck is Sayori into shame?
I don't know, maybe she's got a thing.
She's into death too? Okay, well, I can see where this game's going. Alright, Starscape.
Maybe she likes Dante's Inferno.
Maybe she's really into Dante's Inferno.
Hi again, Oth. glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise off. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too!
Yeah, I was afraid I'd have to hang out with Toad.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Uh-oh.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
I'm using tilt controls!
You can't get away with this.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. I'm using tilt controls.
We're all using tilt controls.
Oth always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, using tilt controls.
Talking about death. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost always set your house on fire once.
Is that so? It was the tilt controls.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Oth can become good friends too.
Good friends, wink wink.
Wink wink.
Sayori?
Hmm?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
She's too busy using tilt controls.
God damn it.
I gotta tell you, there's like wall to wall. I'm using tilt control.
I know, I can see it.
Chat. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori.
I left my Joy-Cons in my bag.
Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
Sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I know you prefer the Xbox.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, wink wink, like, you get what I'm saying here? Discuss it if you wanted, back at my place. This is... How's he stuttering in his mind? How is his brain stuttering right now? He's got a problem with pretty girls.
He's an anime protagonist.
Yeah,
it's just
I know.
it's a biological trait.
I know. I get when you stutter with your mouth whole, but like when your brain meat stutters, I think that's a problem.
The history and impact of tilt controls.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Can someone please teach me how to read? I enthusiastically take the book. Am I holding it right? Is this how you hold it? Is this... Am I holding the book correctly? Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think next year. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner.
He just starts licking the spine.
Are these words? I've heard these are words. Is that what words are? They don't taste very good.
Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner about tilt controls.
Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet, like a little gremlin. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It is The History and Impact of Tilt Controls. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
79% of chat thinks that all of the characters of Doki Doki Literature Club use tilt controls.
That's great for them. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. She's now born directly into my soul.
Boing.
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. Hey, over there, sorry. That's my bad. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me. I sense something's off about her. But
Man, she's a dog shit liar.
I accidentally acquired a second copy of the book, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. It's a wedget. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of cringe. It's kind of dark, isn't it?
Damn, Yuri, you're cringe.
Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, Oth. I know that you came into this game knowing this isn't just a normal visual novel, and it's time I told you. All the girls in this game are cringe.
Oh no. All of their poems are cringe.
It's incredibly cringe.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Off? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's pretty cringe too. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Club for fucking morons.
That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the next seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I'm sorry you accidentally chose the route where it's just you talking for an eternity.
It's fine. I'm good. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Well, alright.
I mean, honestly, my voice can use the rest after Natsuki.
Yeah, you really chose wrong with that vocal fry, huh?
Honestly,
you can make a new decision.
No, I can't go back. It's
okay.
worth
it. You can't untrod that path.
For the fans.
I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? That's what I get for choosing the girl who's gonna be super into Dante's Inferno. Oglib, thank you so much for the resub. Yes, we are a literature club. It is us. We are the literature club. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then I hold her hand, I kiss her on the cheek, the end. I hold my book one more... I then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching.
Oh.
How lascivious. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before.
Oh.
Like boyfriend and girlfriend. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Yeah. How about that? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. I'll just wait while you finish reading the page. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer.
Tilt controls are going crazy at this point.
It's probably the least I can do. I mean, maybe you should just skim some of it. I can paraphrase it to you. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri is finished reading and is waiting for me to catch up.
Yuri thinks I'm a fucking loser.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. She knows the page will come along in its own time. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. This is very awkward. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Wow! What a bunch of losers!
Go back to your manga!
No!
Oh my god, if I had hit on Natsuki, we'd be reading manga right now. At least then I'd be able to look at the pictures.
Damn.
Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but maybe it'd be faster if you just read it to me. The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's a bit more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. She felt like that was a very awkward thing to say to someone you just met. But off, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Like, you kinda just insulted me. Do you maybe want to walk that one back a little bit?
What a dick. Wow, what a dick!
Go back to your manga! That's so embarrassing that you think that. Embarrassing for you.
Damn, that's so cringe!
Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I assumed that you'd welcome the criticism that you second-guess every decision you make in your life. I guess I meant that it's kind of cute? What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay,
Everyone!
Finally someone else talks! Thank you!
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long and you two losers are busy being cringe in the corner.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down, almost like some kinda cringe-ass loser just insulted you. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
So I just wrote out Dante's Inferno.
I just slapped together 20 random-ass words. And then the stickers in my books just started flipping their shit.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first?
I'll just tell you really quick, the order in which you do this doesn't really matter. You can show it to all 4 of them. So just pick whatever, you know.
Sick. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Damn, this sucks.
This is a good poem, Off. Are you sure this is your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? Come on, what
I guess you're right. Even you aren't that cringe. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. I thought you would just staple together some fucking words.
I thought you just picked 20. I just thought you'd pick 20 random words. Who could have known?
I thought you would cut out like 20 words from Dante's Inferno and staple
like a
them
ransom,
together
like a fucking
note.
ransom note.
Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds you of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Did she not even notice I put the word sticky in my poem? I feel like she would not be heaping all of this praise if she had noticed I put the word sticky in my poem.
She misread it as stinky.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See?
Thank you, No Moon, for the resub.
It's like I said before, Oth. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people would do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I mean, I did put sticky right in the middle of it. And then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
It's gonna be fucking Shakespearean sonnets. It's all iambic pentameter.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We'll see about that.
Blow your ass out of the water. I guess we should, like, read it in the voice of, like, each character. So.
Sure.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Let me fucking lean in a little bit. Okay, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes.
Is it hard for you to see the text?
No, it's
just
okay.
like, it's like weird font for this.
Yeah, I got stuck on, like, the word making.
Right.
Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you...
Trusting
me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I might be able to improve this, by, just making things easier for you by, full screening the game. I think it'll capture easily. I think it'll capture easily on my end. It won't mess anything up.
Nice.
But I need my cursor back, game.
Oh no.
It has robbed me of my cursor. Hold on, let me tab out and back in and see if that helps. Nope, cursor's gone forever. That's fine. Alright. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't just answer a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. It had sticky in it.
Oh, is the game window frozen on stream?
Oh, is it? Did it not recapture correctly? Okay, that's fine. It's easy for me to fix that, though. Let me see if that just naturally works. Okay, yeah, it looks like it worked.
Okay, so one fun thing I'll tell you about, of common feature in visual novels, if you press up on your scroll wheel, if you just scroll up, it'll give you, like, a history page, so you can see everything that was written.
Oh,
It's like a log. It should work if you, like, if you either press history or you, like, do up on your scroll wheel.
Yeah, the up wasn't working, but I can page through to get to history, so that's fine. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Of course you did. Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's get Natsuki out of the way so your voice can have a break. We don't have to go hard in the paint right out the gate.
If you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home!
Go back to reading manga in the closet. What? Harsh?
What? You expect me to believe you actually put effort into this?
She's the only one who sees right through me. I love that.
You think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Take all of your instincts and do the opposite of them. Fair enough. Let each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Okay, it's a solid poem. I love it.
Yeah.
She's the next Shel Silverstein.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it. I like it. Like, air quotes.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in the high school thinks their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. But people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard!
So true.
Like in this poem. Seeing
that's
everyone
deep.
around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Damn.
So I decided to write about it.
Damn, that's real.
It is very real.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simpler writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I used tilt controls.
I'm not letting you reread that.
It helps bring out the feeling in the next line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
I'm using tilt controls.
Not a jackass. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? First Yuri covers her mouth, and then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You can't talk in a parenthetical.
I just really like the aesthetic of ransom notes.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Literally just ransom notes. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. I wrote the word sticky. I just put
Your
the word...
handwriting is so bad, everyone thought it said stinky.
I just put the word sticky right in the middle of my poem, and everyone's like, exceptional use of imagery and metaphor. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant... Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I notice in new writers is when they use the word sticky. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
What?
Go back to your manga!
No! I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it!
Shut up, you gremlin! Biased how? Well... never mind. I shouldn't be talking about... I shouldn't be talking about people like that. She made me promise. Help! It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Damn.
Pretty nice poem.
This game might be making me develop a thing for goth chicks. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, you see, the issue is I don't read very fast. Well, I just don't
I thought you would know that by now.
We literally went through this. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Roughly 14,233 line poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, huh? Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Jesus. Metaphors. Headache. It's like when a idea cosplays as another idea. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Remember when you wrote the word suicide? That was sick.
I really liked when you put it next to the word sticky.
Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Off. Me too.
Hi, Off. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Off. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Off. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
Yeah, I'm really into medieval lit.
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Yeah. Those goth chicks, am I right?
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. You know, goth shit. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness.
You can't just write the way your characters feel. That makes me angry.
You can't just fucking not use a metaphor, you motherfucker. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. She's such a loser. I never really asked, though.
Hey, don't talk shit about Yuri.
Okay,
She's growing on me. She's growing on me.
Can I talk shit about Natsuki?
Please talk shit about Natsuki.
Hey!
Go back to reading your manga, you little gremlin.
Okay! I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay! I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
Bitch, I will come at you with a hailstorm of teeth and fingernails. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Hey, I was kind of wondering about the teeth and fingernails thing. Can we go back and talk about that?
She's over here like, oh, I'm sorry, it's terrible. It only won a Pulitzer Prize.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Let's get this shit over with.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever and everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? I mean, you kind of snorted at the end there.
I mean, it's kind of pretentious bullshit, but I mean, you do you, babe.
Damn. Damn.
It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. I'm sorry, I'm really not the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay, you fucking little bitch.
I will destroy you.
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
I just can't help but constantly think about punching a hole in a wall.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Who'd have thought? Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is... cute.
Cute! Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
How? something nice to say? Thanks. It didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way.
Loon, thank you so much for the host.
Sayori liked it. And Off did, too.
Yo, my name is Paul, and this shit is between y'all, okay? Keep me out of this.
Monica was kinda indifferent. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own.
For where you could shove it!
First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Oth liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. She begins to mutter some curse under her breath. Maybe you're just jealous that Oth appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?
Implied Kappa. Thanks for gifting that sub to Anime Gremlin.
Who's that? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Never give up.
Tadashi, thank you so much for the resub.
Is everyone okay?
Does this look like everyone is okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Oz started showing up.
Oh no, now we're talking about the anime bap. That's unfair! I'm weak! Natsuki.
Oh, Natsuki, that's a little... This
This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Off. She's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason?
Hey, you're preaching to the choir, sister. I put the word sticky in mine.
The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Oth. You used the word sticky.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Off? Well? How did I get dragged into this shit in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So who's that going to be? I'm sorry, I'm going with the goth chick. Sorry. Natsuki? You're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all.
Haven't you been paying attention?
Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did! It was her then! Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Ah!
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes, when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Aw. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? You can pretend neither of us heard it. Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
Yuri storms back in the door. I was talking about my boobs, remember?
I just wanted to clarify that. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd have to say it was I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Off? Oh, sorry.
A little weird how you tried to steal my line there. Off, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
Fuck!
And maybe you learn something from your friends, too.
I'm incapable of learning.
So your poems will turn out even better.
I refuse to learn. That's called character development, and I will not be doing it. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Off.
Not while I'm monologuing, Sayori. I'm determined to go forward.
But off. Your hot takes are done baking in the oven. Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I definitely don't hate them. And the goth chick, I mean, have you seen her?
Damn, yeah, I mean, she does have pretty big boobs.
There are some who would say that her boobs grew 2 sizes that day.
Shut the fuck up.
I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone really likes you too.
A little too much.
A little too much.
That's a problem for me.
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. The protagonist is kind of a dick.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Alright, you gonna gun for Yuri this time?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Pick those words you think.
I feel like I've got to pick some real shitty words here.
Hell yeah.
I really wish my cursor hadn't disappeared. I see my mouse moving around on screen, but when I...
You can make it smaller again if you want.
Why did right-clicking go backward? Don't do that. Okay. Let's see. Scars. We're still writing Dante's Inferno, okay? I'm not changing that plan. We'll do scars. Oh no, not you.
That didn't work.
That was wrong. She wants thoughtful words. Shit. Imagination.
Nice.
Determined to go forward.
Yeah.
Misfortune. You know what? Sayori has a real problem.
Don't use shame. We had that one last time.
Well, we're back on Inferno again, for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Sure. Graveyard.
Yeah.
Desire. That's a Dante word.
Judgment.
Ooh, judgment. Yeah. Okay. Atone.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Wrath.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. We're thematically appropriate and getting the girl you want.
Melancholy. Lust. Oh, lust for sure.
Oh yeah.
I guess death is the right one in this one? Yeah, of course that's Sayori. She is fucked up. Doki Doki.
You got a little Natsuki point.
That's okay. Natsuki's okay. Let's say crimson in this one.
Ooh.
That's a Dante word. Prayer. I feel like
Agonize.
I have to. But I've got sticky again.
Oh, did that sticky. You gotta press sticky.
That's true. Yeah, we're doing sticky. That's fine. Starscape. Love it. Grief. And universe.
Alright, I think you probably managed to get it.
Yeah, probably. Just barely eked it out, but we did our best. I'm sorry, my poems are always going to have sticky in them. I just need to warn you, as long as they offer me the word sticky, sticky's gonna be in the poem.
Yeah, as chat says, it's your writing style.
Exactly. That's me. That's me on the page. Alright, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, off.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Haha. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which...
Is that a fucked up thing to say?
It is a little fucked up, yeah.
Okay.
I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No, thanks.
Huh? That's not like you at all.
I'm waiting for Yuri to show up. Cheese it, you're blowing my style. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How'd you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack. You would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So you're either not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget, so you spent all your money. You plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves the one option. We're back in Auth Attorney, baby.
What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
Oh, and one more thing. No. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty.
Damn, just nailing her to the fucking wall.
Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Yuri. Tell Auth to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Oh, she gets me. She's getting the Dante's angle. She's getting it. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It makes me hate you. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
Watch your ass after you leave the classroom. I'll destroy you. There's no way you could think that.
You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Rise up. Seize the means of production. Retribution?
That!
Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come here if not for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me a little more credit than that, Sayori. What was that?
Whap!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow. What was... a cookie.
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Oh gosh.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
It's the same cookie!
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
Watch her.
Yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ah. Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Huh? You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Excuse me?
I'm at least more desirable. Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time.
Oh, I can't use that button, huh? Okay.
That makes no sense, though.
You would have heard the bells ring at least. I must not have heard it, because I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Hubris, please. I'm trying to do something. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Oth.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks! So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Like a little gremlin.
What did you say?
Shut up! Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, I may have the water pitcher? Or may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well.
I may have the water pitcher.
I may have the water pitcher. We'll find out. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Couldn't hurt. Shall we go then? Yeah.
Huh, where are you two off to?
Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
You being nosy. Shut the fuck up. That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once.
Make me, bitch.
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Oth in club activities? Awkward. My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
Then let's go, Oth. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow.
Wow, what a bitch.
Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. All that judgment of asking about where are you going. You know, totally unacceptable.
Completely out of line.
How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Well, because, you know, your boobs. Nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions.
But you are ever since your boobs grew 2 fucking sizes today again.
I'm telling you, they made a joke about it, and now I'm wondering like whether or not the art actually changes. Everyone loves a bad bitch, that's true. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Oth, I really like being friends with you, if that's what we're calling it. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too.
Quote-unquote friends.
I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Everything is excusable under these circumstances. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yes, please. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Geez, it really seems like Monica was onto something. This does seem like a one-person job.
I told you.
Oth, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Don't be so excited. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. That's Kelvin.
Damn.
Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so?
I was just thinking about Crazy Frog on Nintendo 64.
Oh, I miss Crazy Frog. Do you remember when those commercials were on TV? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. Let's not just go around expressing feelings we can't take back. You're always worrying about me off. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Oh, I have another request. Not right now, I'm drinking tea. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little easier on my back. Oh, back problems, I get that. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is.
Maybe it's because you've put like 50 pads of fucking...
I'm wearing 6 bras today, can you not tell? It's most likely because my... Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, that is correct. I have terrible reading posture. That's what I was going to say.
Definitely not my huge honkers. My massive badoinkadoinks.
Oh,
My honkabaderos.
I feel like I'm getting a case of the vapors. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it will go so well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
Oh.
I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Scandalous! How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? What will the neighbors say? Yuri was always kinda cute, but... now she's got this real goth vibe going, and I'm into it. When she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, that's not holding the book. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest.
Oh.
And she's making it very difficult. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading.
Here's your teacup. Try to stop thinking about my teacups, if you know what I'm fucking saying.
Oh! Crushing it. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Just think about baseball, my guy. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
And it all goes to my boobies.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. Would you like me to feed you the chocolates? My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so close I don't have it. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that,
gosh.
Yuri closes her lips over it. Is this getting hot and heavy? What the shit?
I did want to point out really quick. I really like the art in this.
Mhm.
The dust motes floating through.
Yeah.
They're like different. They're synced different. He actually did some fun stuff with this in Python to like do like visual effects like that, and I think it's a really nice touch.
Yeah, it looks great. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, if you say so. Not really in this kind of context, but yeah, sure. That's all it was. Yeah.
Just friends helping friends.
Then you don't need to stop or anything. Okay, this is feeling a little suggestive.
There is no porn in this.
Damn. I see.
I'm sorry.
And the situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can just tell by her expression she can't focus now. My heart is doki dokiing. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine.
If my heart doki doki's any harder, it might be a panic.
Ho ho ho!
Bazinga.
Yeah, we are doki doki inside this literature club right now. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay.
Okay, everyone.
Yuri jolts back.
It's time to share poems.
You know, after that whole scene, I feel like my character is probably eager to share poems with someone else.
A little bit. Aw, if you can help Yuri put away the stuff.
I think she can put away the tea stuff on her own. That's a one-person job, right? Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken, thank God. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us.
But you know what is between us? A huge boner.
Oh, anime boners. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem to first? Literally anyone else.
Ooh. I like this one off.
I used almost exactly the same words this time, but I put them in a different order. I hope you noticed.
Has some nice feelings in it. You used sticky again.
I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's?
Let me think.
It's literally the same words.
I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not very helpful, you know?
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad.
Well, that's not true. I'm good at figuring out if poems are good, which I guess by process of elimination.
Yeah, but that's why I just go by my heart, and this one says sticky. If it makes me feel things, it must be a good poem, even if that thing is revulsion.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I disagree with the main character here. I have a pretty good idea of what kind of poem she's into at this point. I feel like I've really just zeroed in on the kind of poem she's about.
Me neither.
Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
You wanna write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people and them being dead or melancholy or... Anyway.
And being sticky.
No, that's Natsuki coming from the closet. And sticky! You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. Not like I give a shit.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too.
I've got an idea of what the big twist in this game is gonna be. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to squirrel it away so I can later say I told you so. But like I've got an idea based on the setup of this game exactly what the twist is going to be.
Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for?
Fucked up.
Bittersweet!
Same thing.
Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
Happy and sad? So like, sappy? Had? I can see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well... I like happy the most.
I think, okay, yeah, Tina's right. I'm just going to say it, and if anyone responds to the words that I am about to say, then get fucked. I'm just gonna say, since every poem I write gives me an opportunity to, see how each of 3 of the characters feel about it, I have a feeling that, Monica is gonna have some issues with the fact that she is not a potential love interest on my radar.
Interesting. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that is unexpectedly poetic of you. I have read your poetry, and if you could just write that one time, you'd be in business.
Huh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Off. I should go write that down then. I'm gonna write it down 10 times, just like you told me. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar.
What?
It's the secret place where I keep all
Hold on, sorry.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, in freaking out, I accidentally, clicked. Can I...
No, hold on. I'll get the poem. I'll get the... I know it's somewhere.
I, like, leaned forward with a what the fuck and hit the spacebar. I'm glad that my response ends exactly the way that it started, which is holy crap.
Can I find an image of this to send you?
My massive anime baps hit the spacebar. I'm not Yuri. My chest stays roughly the same size every day. Well, I don't know, the pandemic's been hard on all of us.
Okay, Okay, if you need to read along, then here you go. But I'll read it out loud.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar.
What the fuck?
It is quite a line, isn't it?
That's a real fucking place to start a poem.
And here you said she wasn't that poetic. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle will starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they comes, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile beneath my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Holy crap!
Yeah, man. I took some fucking LSD before I did this.
Yeah. Sayori, did you really write this? You want to go with me to the nurse? Do you want to go to the nurse with me right now?
Nah, man. The LSD is out of my system. Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. I really am not fully certain what the main character's tone is here.
Monica taught me a whole lot.
That's worse.
And I've been really in touch with my feelings lately.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, I mean, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it, I guess. Whatever.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Hey! Relatable! Relatable character!
Yeah, hashtag relatable.
Okay, well, I feel particularly called out by Sayori. I don't know if she's supposed to be written as someone with, like, massive ADHD brain, but okay, yeah, I get it. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one.
It's literally the same words in a different order. I put sticky actually later in the poem this time.
Yeah, it's better because I actually got to read something without sticky. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious.
What do you mean by that?
Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's gonna just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level.
Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden.
Don't tell me. You're not just trying to express Yuri, are you?
What are you talking about? And keep your voice down.
Sorry. You know Yuri would love this kind of this angsty.
Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me.
I am so done with you.
Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me.
Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me.
Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Let's see what you've written for today. Mary stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Oh, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before?
Okay, so inquiring minds in the chat want to know. I've never read Dante's Inferno. How much does he use the word sticky?
I mean, there's at least several regions of Inferno that are, like, noticeably sticky. There's the gluttons who are, like, buried in muck and mud. There's the panderers and flatterers who are kind of, like, covered in their own shit. And it's described as, well, I mean, that's the contrapasso, right? They all their words were shit, so they're covered in it, too.
Damn.
So, it's described as, like, it's described as covering them so much that he couldn't tell what their hair even looked like. And it also describes it as like the walls being covered with a thick layer of mold. So anyway, there you go. Well, wrath is, they're just like in a river, like a boiling river of kind of like muddy water. So it's not really sticky, but actually I don't even think wrath is boiling. But anyway, yeah, I guess wrath too.
Do you need anything?
Nope, I'm doing great. I'm using tilt controls.
You're using tilt controls?
Mm-hmm. We're playing anime.
You call me a weeb every time I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! You have the nerve to play anime on your stream?
Damn.
You gotta live a little sometimes.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to tell you? Oh yeah, that's anime, alright.
Yeah, the grafters and the barreters are in boiling pitch, so I guess that counts too. They're in tar, so. Alright. Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? How about that? Yuri doesn't respond to that.
Determined to go forward.
Welcome, Mark. Thank you so much for the resub. I too am using tilt controls. Sky has put up with quite a lot of my hyperfixation on Dante's Inferno for what, like 4 months now? Just like hearing about it constantly. I don't know how she puts up with me, to be honest. Yuri,
Listen,
yeah,
loving someone means loving all of them.
means tolerating their hyperfixations.
Exactly.
Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend, I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. What?
Cool poem about raccoons.
Yeah.
Take as much time as you want to like meander over it. I'm
Yeah,
in no
I feel like this poem does demand a second look. Strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I think she killed the raccoon. That's fucked up. Hey! Don't kill raccoons! They're friends.
I mean, it sounded like the raccoon was alive.
She said that it was excited, it had been conditioned to follow her, and then a flash of blood, and she fed herself. I don't know. I read it as her eating a raccoon.
It does sound like that when you put it that way.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It did take a few turns. It's a lot more metaphorical, I hope. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I'm very much hoping it's not about eating a raccoon. That's right. Oh, thank God. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. Oh, you want to see my raccoon skin coin purse? So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that off? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I tweet a lot about Dante's Inferno.
I'm a speedrunner.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable.
Like speedrunning Bubsy 3D.
Okay, look. I'm living my best life. What can you say for you?
You know what? You're right.
Implied Kappa, thanks for gifting us up to Tilt Controls, the account.
I can't
Based on
fucking
Tilt
judge
Controls, the movie. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, oil,
Speedrunning.
two fat cocks. There really aren't many people like you, Off. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. I'm sorry, my mind was wandering there. But now, it almost feels like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear.
Hi again, how's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know.
No, I wouldn't count on that. It has sticky in it.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Is it too late to make a few edits?
No. I mean, yes. It is extremely too late.
Sure, here you go, I guess. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright, I see you use the word sticky again. This one's good. And I
Few
use
notes.
good. I use good very liberally.
A few small notes. I would not include the word sticky.
I think that you keep using the word sticky even though we keep telling you not to use the word sticky. Everyone in the club is begging you, and you still don't stop. What's
Good.
wrong with you?
Good.
It feels like you're getting more comfortable with your own style, which is bad.
This one's good. No spelling errors at all.
But the imagery is better than the last one I read. You waited a long time before you threw that sticky in there.
Literally all the same words, just in a different order.
I feel like you're really approaching something that almost looks like poetry. Have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
No, actually, I've been taking inspiration from Mad Libs. I guess so? You can't deny she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. Like that time she wrote about killing a raccoon.
That was expert line delivery. I gotta tell you, if this game had been voice acted, it would not have been voice acted as well as you just did.
Thank you.
that fall right at most romantic.
That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
It's not always a good thing. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her.
Some of our lights we should hide under a bushel.
Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? Oh, sorry.
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her.
I mean, have you seen her? I gotta go. You completely misunderstood.
Calm down. I'm kidding, and you're totally out of her league. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a
God damn it! Wait, really?
Yeah, fictional one anyway.
Fuck you, Monica. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
It's just a hunch, but...
Well, there's not really anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. I'm just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too.
I bet she didn't use sticky once. Alright, let's take a look.
Sticky. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless... Load me.
Huh. Okay.
Sticky. You good? You stuck?
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. Please help me. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. I mean, it's totally unintelligible, but, I mean, it's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I had preferred it that way, to be honest.
I also preferred not seeing the word sticky 3 times in a row. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper.
I gotta tell you, I know load me is supposed to mean something, but just in the context of that poem, it doesn't feel right.
Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem.
Who was the poet that did that shit? You mocking E.E. Cummings?
It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. You fucking imbecile. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. You fucking Philistine. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Oh no.
Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
I assumed that the load me was supposed to pertain to, like... I feel like I'm getting into ARG territory. I wonder if I had loaded at that point, if anything interesting would have happened.
You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing?
Kind of breaking the fourth wall here, friend.
What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. The way that I do Monica's voice is I'm just like forcing myself to permanently smile. I'm doing like a customer service.
No, yeah, I can picture it.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room...
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Ugh! Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all. That doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had heard about it already. We're gonna be performing.
Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event.
Point of order. Do we have to read our own poems, or can we read someone more talented's poems?
But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the papers in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you fucking kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
No. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
Arrowed! I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone else, until just a couple days ago.
Oh, welcome, Time Wanderer, from the raid. We do have content warnings And if you'd like to see the full expanse of them, I don't even know them, but they are posted in chat, and you can get a command to see them if you'd like to. I know almost nothing about this game. The extent that I was familiar with this game has almost already fully lapsed, so I've really got pretty much no idea what's going on here, but...
It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people.
By the way, since we have extra people here, I'm joined tonight by my good friend Red, and they are
Hello.
reading a few of the roles, and I'm reading a few of the roles, and the omniscient narrator, so we're having fun.
That's a me. Also known as Pretty Pink Pansy.
Yeah, also known as Pretty Pink Pansy.
I guess I kinda overlooked that.
Their Twitch channels in my title, I guess that's like down here, and you should follow them. They play lots of Dead by Daylight.
Hell yeah. Not recently. I do also shitpost on Twitter at the same name. I do that more often.
I mean, probably same.
So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event, each put on a good performance, and will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem,
Then that's what you'll fucking do.
then that's what you'll fucking do.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. I'm talking really quietly because someone told me to be quieter. My voice was too loud.
Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
No fucking way. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have any choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway...
I refuse to read the word sigh when it says they say the word sigh, because I'm not a Philistine.
Let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reading them in front of each other.
Monica? This is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
I feel like I've been pretty consistently on message that I do not intend to do it in front of strangers. Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next?
Oh my god, you fucking suck up.
Of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is Sticky, 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 Wicky, Icky. The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her
Sticky,
clear...
sticky, 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 sticky.
Monica, I don't believe that's what you wrote. No, you can see it right here, clearly on the page. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this...
Sticky.
God, please never say the word sticky again sensually, just ever in your life. It extends beyond the boundaries of this stream. For the rest of your life, never say the word sticky that way. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation.
And sticky.
The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. That's you, boss.
Oh, sorry. I was reading the chat saying sticky like 40 times.
I know.
You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered.
Oh, there goes gravity.
I know, I had to fight the urge. As soon as I read steps back to reality. Okay, I'm just glad our brains both went there. It's as if she bewildered even herself.
There's a part of us, just a little M&M.
We're just trading back and forth the same brain cells. Fine.
It's true.
It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Thunderous applause! A standing ovation! Brava! Brava! It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meta. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought, okay? How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think about it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
We like to hop. We like to hop on top of pop.
Constantine, thanks for the raid. Boss.
fuck. When I hit my push to talk key on the parsec window, it stops working.
That's fine.
I did it.
Good job, Sayori. You can go voice activation if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, but I sometimes...
Too late.
like,
We've invested too much.
Sometimes it doesn't catch my lower register for some reason, so I
Gotcha.
just use the push to talk.
I gotcha.
Even Oth liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of your of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand.
You're being insulted.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work well.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Do you not realize that you're being talked down to right now?
They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Well, I've been practicing this kind of thing.
Hop on pop.
It's just embarrassing to do that in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, Monica, you condescending bitch. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before off. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let off lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
I swear to God. One backhand. You are so small. I would defenestrate you.
Natsuki, you made him use a big word.
It's fine. It's fine. I will destroy her. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today.
You got a raid, by the way.
Yeah, I said thank you, Constantine.
Oh, I was too sucked up in the poems.
You're fine. Thank you
Lost
again,
in the
Constantine,
sauce.
for the raid. I appreciate it. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Pity, but applause. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. Like, you keep using the word sticky 47 times, and
Yeah, but
it's
it's a
really fucked up.
Really good word, right? Like,
That's something that'll improve over time, though.
it rhymes with icky, and there's really hard to find other words that rhyme with icky. Yeah.
Stop using the word icky.
Well, that's just out of the question. Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called...
Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump! Go ahead and jump!
You might as well jump. Jump! Go ahead and jump. Jump!
Jump. It
Natsuki...
loses some impact when you're not singing it.
That's true. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's
Jump
trademark
around.
style. Get on your feet and jump around. Jump. It's
Jump
Natsuki's
around.
trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
I have a crush on every boy!
Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier.
I
can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, I'm using tilt controls.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'll be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. We should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own.
Thank God. Oh, Jesus. Dodged a bullet on that one.
I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day! I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no whale. Shut the fuck up! Get back in your manga dungeon, gremlin. There's no way I'll be able to find my same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go? Oh, yeah, sorry. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. It was a little weird how you started imitating my voice.
I
there.
know, I don't know where. I saw the word Sayori on the line, and I'm like, okay, so this is Sayori, but I'd already. I don't have to explain myself to you.
Look at you two, always going together home like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, you don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
I think you know what I would do. What kind of question is that? What kind of fucked up question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Okay, well. Well, I didn't expect it to... Okay. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Very Doki Doki. Very in vogue. I mean...
Sure is a Doki Doki Literature Club.
No kidding. Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart? I definitely wasn't spacing out looking at how fucked up the background art is. Like, seriously, look how fucking thin that sidewalk is.
Yeah, that's the kind of sidewalk that they ask you to walk on and then you get hit by a car. That has nothing to do with what I just said.
I just tried to do it to you again. You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
Conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time?
Alright, I need to pee, so I'm gonna take this poem break.
Yep. I'm actually going to pause for a minute as well, so I'm going to put up the BRB screen. We're going to take like 5, so... See you
Got
soon.
it.
We're a band of vicious pirates.
A-sailing out to sea. When you hear our gentle singing.
You'll be sure to turn and flee.
Oh, this is just ridiculous. Come on, men. We've got to recover that map.
That pirate will be done for when he falls into our trap. We're a club attuned for rovers.
We can sing in every clef.
We can even hit the high notes.
It's just too bad we're tone deaf.
A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
Let's go defeat that evil pirate.
We know he's sure to lose because we know just where to fire it. We're thieving balladeers.
A gang of cutthroat mugs.
To fight us off, you only guns. Just jolly good earplugs. A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
All right, crew, let's get to work.
Our vocation's a thing we love, a thing we'd never shirk. We'll fight you in the harbor.
We'll battle you on land. When you meet singing pirates.
There'll be more than you can stand.
Oh, that was a good one.
No, it wasn't. No time for song. We got to move.
The battle will be long, but our courage we will prove. We're a pack of scurvy sea dogs.
Have we pity, not a dram?
We all eat roasted garlic.
Then sing from the diaphragm.
A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
Less singing, more sailing.
When we defeat our wicked foe, his ship he will be bailing. If you try to fight us,
You will get a nasty whacking.
if you disrespect our singing, we will feed you to a kraken. A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
I'm getting so sick of you guys and your rhyming.
We're ready to set sail, though the cannons need a priming.
We're troublesome corsairs, and we've come to steal your treasures.
We would shoot you on the downbeat.
But we gotta rest 5 measures. A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
Stop, stop, stop!
The brass is what we'll polish, and the deck is what we'll mop.
You say you're nasty pirate, scheming, thieving, bad bushwhackers. From what I've seen, I tell you, you're not pirates, you're just slackers.
A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
We'll surely avoid scurvy if we all eat an orange.
And,
Well, door hinge? No. Guess the song's over then.
guess so.
Okay, back to work.
Well, gee, I feel a little guilty now.
We're a band of vicious pirates.
A-sailing out to sea. When you hear our gentle singing.
You'll be sure to turn and flee.
Oh, this is just ridiculous. Come on, men. We've got to recover that map.
That pirate will be done for when he falls into our trap. We're a club attuned for rovers.
We can sing in every clef.
We can even hit the high notes.
It's just too bad we're tone deaf.
A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
Let's go defeat that evil pirate.
We know he's sure to lose because we know just where to fire it. We're thieving balladeers.
A gang of cutthroat mugs.
To fight us off, you won't need guns. Just jolly good earplugs. A pirate I was meant to be. Trim the sails and roam the sea.
All right, crew, let's get to work.
Our vocation's a thing we love, a thing we'd never shirk. We'll fight you in the harbor.
We'll battle you on land. But when you meet singing pirates...
There'll be more than you can stand.
Oh, that was a good one.
No, it wasn't. No time for song. We got to move.
The battle will be long, but our courage we will prove. We're a pack of scurvy sea dogs.
Have we pity, not a dram?
We all eat roasted garlic.
Alright, I decided that if my goal in this game is to impress a pretty girl, I'd put on a nicer shirt. So here we are. It's time to make a new poem.
I'm not wearing a nice shirt.
I decided to dress up.
I'm just the fucking wingman who's here to make him look better by comparison.
Alright, so what do we got here? I've got... Variance is like a... Yeah, that's gonna be her word, that's for sure. Let's see. Passion. No, wrath again. Yep. Let's see.
Ooh, you got massacre.
I'm not taking massacre. That's not a very Dantean word.
I thought that hell was all about massacring.
No, they're already dead.
Damn, that's true. You can't massacre someone who's already dead.
Ocean, though. I'll take ocean. An ocean of blood. Let's see. Adventure? That's fine. Say, heartbeat.
Yeah, we're not here to impress the gremlin. Oth likes the goth girl.
Yeah, I'm definitely into the goth girl.
Yeah, this is how writing a poem in the game works.
This is how writing a poem in real life works. You just pick random words out of a book.
Hell yeah.
Raindrops. That's fine with me. There is a rain of fire in the 7th circle. Yeah, the gremlin's Natsuki for sure.
What did you just fucking call me?
Yeah, there you go. Sunset is fine. I'm getting a lot of Sayori points. Fucking Sayori needs to chill out.
Determination.
Determined to go forward. Graveyard again. Journey. Inferno. It's gotta be Inferno. Judgment is back. There's also Heaven Sent. I like Heaven Sent. I guess horror. That's fine. Trisha, thank you so much for the resub. Let's say philosophy.
Ooh, racking up the points.
Destiny? Destiny, I guess.
Yeah, this is the most far away thing from Elden Ring you could possibly do.
Yeah, the timing lined up with it really nicely. I didn't really like plan it to overlap with Elden Ring, but I was also not planning on playing Elden Ring at launch, so this felt like it worked. Aura? I don't know. Death? I mean, I can't really go with death. They're already dead.
What about entropy? Entropy seems kinda...
Sure, I'll take that one.
Entropy is to do with hell, right?
Sure, I mean, everything trends toward a state of entropy. Universe, fine. And then finally...
Email. Dante gets a lot of
Dante's
those.
all about email. It's just all about email. Alone.
Aw, man. I'm the last one here again.
Aw, beans. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lie I told last time. You must have a lot of determination to go forward. Starting this club and now picking up piano?
Well, maybe not determination. Is this Oth's first playthrough? Yes, it is. But I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too.
I can't wait for the festival! Gonna be great!
Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki?
Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. It's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica! Do they usually have fried squid?
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. That voice sounds like it could ruin your throat? Yeah. A little bit. That's kind of why I'm trying to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, that vocal fry is
on.
miserable.
Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people?
Huh? I didn't say I don't like it.
Never give up.
Abutu, thank you so much for the resub. Your favorite is the gremlin? I'm sorry, she's a little manga gremlin reading out of the closet. I don't...
He's more into the goths.
She's... I'm definitely living for the goth girl right now.
Goth? G-A-U-T-H. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people?
Because it's right in your name. Monica.
Oh, I get it, okay. Is she not supposed to be a Japanese schoolgirl? Shouldn't she get that joke?
That's not how you say my name at all. And that joke makes no sense in translation.
Okay, that owns. That's really good.
Yeah, it's a really good bit. Never mind.
Okay, that's rather fourth wall breaking and I love it.
Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay?
Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway.
Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face.
Huh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry, I was just ruminating on the heat death of the universe. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Is everything alright? You're acting kind of like an RPG NPC. I have to talk to you last?
Of course. Here's a new side quest for you. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
What's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Do you mean how she was pondering the immortality of the crowd?
I've once again noticed you've been pondering your orb. Maybe I'm reading a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Chat wants to know, have I played Had a Full Boyfriend? I played like 2 or 3 routes. I played the one that was like crushingly depressing, and then I played the one that was like extremely creepy, and then I was like, I don't really feel like playing more Had a Full Boyfriend. Like, I know it's got like some shit going on with it, but I just never got that far, and I need to at some point, but it's on the backlog.
I have not played it either, but that would surprise nobody.
Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about her.
She's literally not on my radar. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
I just pretend she doesn't exist. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you off. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Off.
Uh-oh. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori was always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been.
You're so funny, Off, and so fucking stupid. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. She looks away as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize...
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I want to do something for the fans.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you are my little pog champ.
Alright. Fair enough. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I don't know how you want me to respond. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation of her own accord.
You don't need to respond to me. It was for the fans.
Okay, that one's for the fans. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive of you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Off? The world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. I put sticky in my poems. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway.
Sorry, I got food in my mouth, everyone.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, everyone.
I'm tagging you in, champ. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori.
Corn chips.
Damn. It's a hell of a thing to be talking about.
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you didn't say sticky this time.
It's
You
true.
don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you?
Bingo bango.
Probably Yuri.
I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Bottles full of bubbles. Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Oth.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
I'm just a tired little guy.
I'm just a tired little guy. I need a little nap.
Alright, just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori.
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? See you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. That feels like a let's hit the save button kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah? No thanks!
You didn't even...
I didn't even find the word sticky on the page this time. Next!
That was all just pretentious bullshit. Wow.
I love how abrupt that fucking scene is.
That's solid. Oh. Your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Oth, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? I'm a total fucking loser. It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. I ate by myself. I spent lunch in the library. Who am I kidding? In fact,
Listen.
I always have some books with me. Sorry. I'm sorry. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or
Hop
deep
on
thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. Okay, well that's... I mean, come on. That's kind of sad though, right?
Yeah.
You know.
A little cringe, Yuri.
And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type.
My ever-expanding boobs.
And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Oth. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Oth. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I really like Yuri. She's really nice.
Yeah, I like her too. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. Give them the big old middle finger. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah.
By the way, chat has decided that you are the ultimate wife.
That's fine, I accept it. I know my place. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Ooh. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer. Closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I'm too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand, the flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one.
Damn.
Yuri is having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me, so thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back toward me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can... The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we can talk again later.
I love the presumption that Monica is just gonna come in like a wrecking ball.
I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, I don't know.
What a strange and difficult choice. Hi, have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people... I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. I just realized I'm doing like a female stan for Monica and I can't unhear it. It would also make me happy to see, and I'd love to sell you a new boat. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Your style's gotten so refined, Oth. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she?
Well, I guess so. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. Stop trying to steal my lines, bitch. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive.
Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself.
And do I have a deal for you? You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her.
That's...
It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day.
There's literally 5 of us.
Reading that edgy novel with her.
Well, I feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know?
Alright, you harlot. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't too used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage.
You say that like I'm going to hurt her.
Sorry, I really didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
No thanks. Pass. Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victims of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all else has turned away, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. There's actually no difference between good and bad things, you imbecile, you absolute moron. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today! Thanks for listening! Okay, you three! We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out?
Hold on a second.
Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now?
Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right.
Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. The vibes are atrocious.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori, and second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Is that supposed to be parenthetical?
No, I think that's like just him like being
that
sarcastic.
Curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so... let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing!
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted!
Delicious!
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
I'm useless.
No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too.
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So, you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you off.
I'm the protagonist, I don't have to do shit. The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. Wink. I would be really appreciative of that.
That's... Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, Even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Oth may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations.
Hold on! I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Oft.
What were you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment.
I know that you're channeling like a female stan, but I also kind of hear like pageant mom, and I'm loving that too.
Yeah, it's kind of just got like the overwhelming, like the Karen kind of vibe.
That cloying, saccharine sweetness that's totally fake. I love it.
Just like the face of a retail worker, like a waitress who's like been extremely trained to be extremely polite to you, but you know that if she had an excuse, that mask would just fucking drop.
Right.
In the end, I think it's up to Off to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. If you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Ah, of course. Very well.
In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm going to go with... I mean, I feel like the answer I am supposed to go with is Yuri, because she's the lady I'm courting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me?
Are you serious? Why would you?
Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean.
No, I was just saying.
So, you'll be helping Yuri then, Off?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful.
That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself?
I mean, yeah. Already said I will be fine.
Okay.
Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over?
Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited?
Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit.
Do you feel the same way, Off?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki?
Shut the fuck up! Natsuki.
What?
Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything.
No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Off picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. Nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so...
I get it. I'm kinda surprised, though.
Why?
Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already knew that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden.
I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand, Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
No. I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this.
Hmm?
You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of this whole event.
Are you trying to be quiet, or have you like worn out your voice?
It's like a little bit of both.
Okay. Oh. I believe you.
Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. Someone in chat just said Natsuki slowly floating into the atmosphere. So I guess it's time for us to head out.
Alright, let's get out of here then.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they always chat between each other. Eh? I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. I should give you my phone number. Or should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much anyway, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Off. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason why you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But... Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize... I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah. I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. Seriously, I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
Alright, is this our stopping point?
Whatever you'd like to do. I could go more if you want to do more.
This seems like a decent breaking point. It's probably going to be like another hour before another breaking point at the way this has been pacing itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to put a pin in it, assuming that Red's voice is up to it, then
yeah.
we'll probably be starting back tomorrow, earlier in the evening. I don't know exactly what time, but earlier in the evening. If we need 3 sessions, the 3rd session will probably be on Sunday, but this is where we're going to put a pin in it.
Thank you all so much for coming.
If you don't follow my good friend Red/prettypinkpansy, you should go to twitch.tv/prettypinkpansy, and you should follow them. Even if they haven't been streaming a ton lately, they stream a lot of Dead by Daylight and are just generally very entertaining and good to watch, so.
Thank you. That's very flattering.